Alright everyone, welcome back. We've got Portal 2 by Mind the Record, single player, single segment PC, and we are about to begin here.
Alright. Let's go. So, before this run starts, I'd like to say hello to the Portal 2 speedrunning community, because they helpfully decided last night that they would come lightly harass me. So, you know, we're just gonna be over there.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling.
Oh, you want me to go again? Okay, so the time starts when the crosshair appears on screen. So, do you want me to count that down, or do you want me to just say time or something? Alright. Functionally. Alright.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art.
The nice thing about this is that you don't actually have to stare at the art. You can just, like, be over here.
You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now, please return to your bed. Good morning. You have been in suspension for 9. This courtesy call.
Hello? Anyone in there?
What's up?
Oh, God. You look good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you... Don't answer that. I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right? Don't move. I'm going to get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
Yeah, I think I do what I want. So, I'm just gonna hide in this closet. Thing is, you can't get into the closet because there's a clip brush over here. So, you can just stand next to the closet and, like, be trapped in this little space.
Most test subjects do experience some cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now, you've been under for quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage.
Go ahead.
Do you understand
All right.
what I'm saying?
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $20 donation. Tech issues aside, you're all doing great work. Thanks to the runners and staff for putting together a great marathon.
You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
Yeah, if any other donations do come in, there are a lot of sections in this game where there's either nothing happening or it's like a cutscene. So,
okay, look, I wasn't going to mention this to you, but I'm in
usually
pretty
you're
hot
okay.
water here. How you doing down there? You still holding on? The reserve power ran out, so of course the whole relaxation centre stops waking up the bloody test subjects. Hold on, this is a bit tricky. And of course, nobody tells me anything. No, why should you tell me anything? Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Why? It's close. Can you see? Am I going to make it through? Have I got enough space? Just gotta get through here.
So I'm going to take this opportunity to ask chat, how's your day today? Like, honestly?
And whose fault?
'Cause
do you
you've
think
got
it's
another
gonna
2
be
minutes to
when
respond
the management
here.
comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables. Alright, see, no, I hit that one. Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive. Alright? Not dead. Okay, almost there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're gonna need to get out of here. I think this is a docking station. Get ready. Good news, that is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on. Almost there. Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes. Not bullet holes, but don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time. Good luck.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open, and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
And off we go.
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim.
So normally there would have been a dialogue skip there, but missed that, so got about half the time. It works. It's only like 7 seconds.
If you feel liquid running down your neck, relax, lie on your back, and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head. Good. Because of the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment is unsupervised. Before re-entering the relaxation vault at the conclusion of testing, please take a moment to write down the results of your test. An Aperture Science Reintegration Associate will revive you for an interview when society has been rebuilt. If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to...
Hey! You made it! There should be a... oh! Can you see the portal, Doug? Also, are you alive? That's important. Should have asked that first. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just going to wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and as soon as...
Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids. Rest assured that all lethal military androids have been taught to read and provided with 1 copy of the laws of robotics to share. Good. If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the laws of robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
There are a lot of jokes in this game that some of you may get and some of you may not.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
What? I'm stuck on this cube. Okay, we're gonna do that then. What's happening?
You have trapped yourself. Congratulations. The exit door is now open.
Rough, smooth jazz.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Okay. Now, there's supposed to be dialogue here, and I'm not sure why there isn't right now, but whenever there isn't, the game likes to pretend that there still is dialogue, and have you wait until the elevator ends. So I'm not sure how I skipped that. We might have to look over that later.
This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you. If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you. Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, bold, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing. To ensure that sufficient power remains for core testing protocols, all safety devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
Hey! Oi, oi! I'm up here! Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty heavy. They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here. So get ready to catch me, all right, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it? Really? That. All right. Going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay. Ready? 1. Catch me! Catch! Ow! I am not dead. I'm not dead. Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah, and I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this. Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Can you just turn around for a second? Alright, you can turn around now. Bam! Secret panel. That I opened while your back was turned. And off we go. Look at this! No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Hold on though, where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings. Just follow the rail, actually. Oh no. Yes, hello, no, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks, we're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving, keep moving. Probably ought to bring you up to speed on something right now, but in order to escape, we're going to have to go through her chamber, and she will probably kill us if she's awake. Okay, I'm going to lay my cards on the table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't panic over it. She's off. All fine. Oh my God. There she is. What a nasty piece of work she was, honestly. Like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. I know. I would. Ah! Oh, still held. Still being held. That's a great job. You've applied the great world. Ah! I just looked down. I do not recommend it. Ah! I've just done it again. This is the main breaker room. Look for a switch that says escape pod.
Give me a good.
All right, don't touch anything else.
Twitter or something.
Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod. But as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else. Look at the next thing, all right? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see it anywhere? I can't see it anywhere. Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on. Let there be light. That's, God. That's quoting God. Oh, look at that. Turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod. It's moving up. Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it. This should slow it down. No, makes it go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking. I can still stop this. Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. A. C. Wait, did I do B? Do you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay. Listen. All right, new plan. Act natural. We've done nothing wrong. Hello.
Oh, it's you.
What's up?
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. After you murdered me.
You did what? Oh no! No! Oh no! Ah!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster. I will say, though, that since you went to all the trouble of waking me up, you must really, really love to test.
Man, I hope I do.
I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first. Here we are, the incinerator room. Be careful not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like old times. There it is. There. Good. You have the dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area up ahead. Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again. Forever.
You have to wait at this elevator for 45 seconds.
If you've done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence
gives you enough time
to
to think
exacting
about
revenge.
the point.
Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me. But the important thing is you're back, with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing for the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe. Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though.
Yes.
We have a lot of tests to do.
Yeah, if you missed that, you have to wait for this laser to come in, which takes a little bit. Ridiculous.
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner. Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that. Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep. Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
Oh my god. Speedrun jitters, man, I'm telling you.
One moment. You are navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility. I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly. This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faithplate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems. Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting. Let's see what the next test is. Oh, advanced aerial faithplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By myself. sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you. Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about you. And I'm sorry. You didn't react at the time, so I was worried it sailed right over your head, which would have made this apology seem insane. That's why I had to call you garbage a second time just now. Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises? I'm sorry, I don't know why that went off. Oh, did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete the test? I'm sorry. Go ahead and grab another one. Oh, no. I fizzled that one too. Oh well, we have warehouses full of the things. Absolutely worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them. Every test chamber is equipped with an emancipation grill at its exit, so that test subjects cannot smuggle test objects out of the test area. This one is broken. Don't take anything with you.
Yeah, I promise.
This next test involves emancipation grills. Remember, I told you about them in the last test area that did not have one. Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require...
There's a joke in there. The fast... I skip enough game to skip that dialogue, but it's actually a vast majority of the Moby Dick book.
Hey, it's me! I'm okay!
Well, I'm back.
Okay.
The aerial faceplate in here is sending a distress signal. You broke it, didn't you?
Yeah.
There. Try it now.
That's what I want.
See what happened, right? I was just lying there. You thought I was...
This plate must not be calibrated to someone of your generousness. I'll add a few zeros to the maximum weight. You look great, by the way. Very healthy. Try it now.
Word, right? Couldn't believe it either.
You seem to have defeated its load-bearing capacity. Well done. I'll just lower the ceiling. Look at you, sailing through the air majestically, like an eagle, piloting a blimp. Enjoy this next test. I'm going to go to the surface. It's a beautiful day out. Yesterday I saw a deer. If you solve this next test, maybe I'll let you ride an elevator all the way up to the break room. And I'll tell you about the time I saw a deer again.
throw off. Did it?
Well, you passed the test. I didn't see the deer today. I did see some humans. But with you here, I've got more test subjects than I'll ever need.
Hey, Prolix, I just got you an achievement.
These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it.
I was not supposed to do that.
Shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it. Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests are your prey. Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test. Do you know who else murders people who are only trying to help them? Did you guess sharks? Because that's wrong. The correct answer is nobody. Nobody but you is that pointlessly cruel. Good news. I figured out what to do with all the money I save recycling your one room full of air. When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lobby. That way future generations can learn from you how not to have your unfortunate bone structure. Perfect. The door's malfunctioning. I guess somebody's going to have to repair that too. No, don't get up. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything.
Hey, up here. I found some bird eggs up here. Just dropped them into the door mechanism. Shut it right down. Bird! Okay, that's probably the bird in it that laid the eggs. Livid. Okay, look, the point is, we're going to break out of here, all right? Very soon, I promise. I just have to figure out how to break us out of here. Here she comes. Just keep testing. Remember, you never saw me.
I went and spoke with the door mainframe. Let's just say he won't be, well, living anymore. Anyway, back to testing. Well done. In fact, you did so well, I'm going to note this on your file, in the commendation section. Oh, there's lots of room here. Did well. Enough. This next test involves turrets.
Frets.
You remember them, right? They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds. Good luck. Bye. I don't hate you. Target lost. Critical error. To maintain a constant testing cycle, I simulate daylight at all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time. The point is, yesterday was your birthday. I thought you'd want to know. You know how I'm going to live forever, but you're going to be dead in 60 years? Well, I've been working on a belated birthday present for you. Well, more of a belated birthday medical procedure. Well, technically, it's a medical experiment. What's important is it's a present. That jumpsuit you're wearing looks stupid. That's not me talking. It's right here in your file. On other people it looks fine. But right here a scientist has noted that on you it looks stupid. Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably... Oh, wait, it's a she. Still, what does she know? Oh wait, it says she has a medical degree. In fashion. From France. I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I managed to find 2 with your last name. A man and a woman. So that's interesting. It's a small world. I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise. So I'll just give you a hint. It involves meeting 2 people you haven't seen in a long time. It says this next test was designed by one of Aperture's Nobel Prize winners. It doesn't say what the prize was for. Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin. I bet you think I forgot about your surprise. I didn't. In fact, we're headed to your surprise right now. After all these years, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
The surprise we're heading to is in fact Column Blocker, one of the more infamous Portal 2 chambers, because no one likes it. You can also get out of bounds, but also no one likes it.
Initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1. I made it all up. Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you. I feel awful about that surprise. Tell you what, let's give your parents a call right now.
To both parents you are trying to reach, do not love you. Please hang up.
Oh, that's sad. But impressive. Maybe they worked at the phone company.
Hey, how's it going? I taught my way onto the old nanobot work crew rebuilding this shaft. They are really small. So, I know, Jerry. No, I'm on a break, mate. On a break. Ah! Just hang in there for 5 more. What, Jerry? You can't fire me for that. Yes, Jerry. Or maybe your prejudiced worksite should have accommodated a nanobot of my size. Thanks for the hate crime, Jer. See you in court, mate. Anyway, look, just hang in there for 5 more chambers.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while, so I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math. I thought about our dilemma, and I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us. Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber is looking pretty good. That's right. The facility is completely operational again. I think these test chambers look even better than they did before. It was easy, really. You just have to look at things objectively, see what you don't need anymore, and trim out the fat.
Simple.
I've got a surprise for you after this next test. Not a fake, tragic surprise like last time. A real surprise with tragic consequences. And What's going on? Who turned off the lights?
Hey, is now a good time for a
I'm
donation?
speaking
Yeah, go.
in an accent
Alright,
that
we
is
got a
beyond
$10
her range
donation
of
from Original
hearing.
Xbox who
Look,
says,
Metal
as someone
Ball,
who is puzzle
I
stupid,
can
could you
hear-
explain
Run,
how
I
are
need to
you
do the voice.
solving
Run!
them as you go?
Run! Run! Come on, I'm closing
Puzzles
the
are
door.
hard, I feel that.
Okay, quick recap. We are
Definitely love
escaping.
those
Alright, that's what's
explanations
happening now.
too.
We're escaping. So you're doing great. Just keep
Thank you
running.
for the donation, Xbox.
Quick word about the future plans that I've got in store. We're going to shut down her turret production line, alright? Turn off her neurotoxin and then confront her. Again, though, for the moment,
The
run!
irony is you were almost at the last.
Keep moving, just keep moving. Oh! Keep moving, just keep moving. Come on, come on! Ah! What's going on in there? Get out! I heard gunfire. It's a bit late, but look out for gunfire. Oh, you're okay? Great, come on. This way, this way. Hurry! Go, 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 go. There's the exit. We're almost out of here. He's bringing the whole place down. Hurry! Hurry! This way! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! I'll be from the outside! You made it through. Well done. Okay, follow me. We've still got work to do. What's happening? Okay. Okay, don't move. Okay, alright, so I've got an idea, but it is bloody dangerous. Here we go. Ah! Oh, for God's sake, they told me that if I ever turned this flashlight on, I would die. They told me that about everything. I mean, I don't even know why they bothered. Ooh, it's dark down here, isn't it? They say that the old caretaker of this place went absolutely crazy. Chopped up his entire staff of robots. All of them robots. They say at night you can still hear the screams of their replicas. All of them functionally indistinguishable from the originals. No memory of the incident. Nobody knows what they're screaming about. Absolutely terrifying. Though obviously not paranormal. Quick, this way. Here's an interesting story. You might like this. I almost got a job down here in manufacturing, but guess who the foreman went with? Only an exact duplicate of himself. Nepotism. Ended up giving me the worst possible job, tending to all the smelly humans. Sorry, that's no, I wouldn't say smelly. Just attending to the humans. Sorry about that. That just slipped out. Oh, I'll tell you, humans. Oh, love them. Just the way they look, it's great, and their folklore, wonderful in every colour. Right. Well, I'm going to take this well down the back well. See you, Paul. Good luck.
Turret redemption lines are not rides. Please exit the turret redemption line. Template.
This is like the single RNG section in this game. And currently I'm not getting any good RNG.
Response.
You have to get a defective turret to like actually proceed in the game.
Template. Response.
Oh my God! Save my bacon, Tom. Where we go? Is this a jailbreak? Can't say a thing.
Template. Response.
Oh, brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Follow me. You're gonna love it. Almost there. Ta-da! Only the turret control center. Thank you very much. Here, come and have a look out the window. Good. See that scanner right there? Well, that should do it.
Template missing. Continue.
Oh, brilliant! That's brilliant.
New template accepted.
If we're lucky, she won't find out all her turrets are crap until it's too late. Classic. Okay, keep your eye on the turret line. I'm going to go and hack the door open. Okay,
Response.
I'm about to start hacking. It's a little bit more complicated than it looked from your side.
Response.
It should take about 10 minutes. Keep one eye on the door. This door's actually pretty complicated. Ah! How long's the door been open? I mean, was there any sort of announcement before it opened? Like a buzzer or an alarm of some kind? Or like a hacker alert? I mean, you know, fair enough, the important thing is it's open, but it's just mentioned in the future. Cough or something. Alright, now, bring your daughter to work day. That did not end well. And 40 potato batteries. Embarrassing. I mean, I realise they're children, but still, you know, low-hanging fruit and all that. It's fairly science, really, isn't it? I'm pretty sure we're going the right way, just to reassure you. Don't worry, I'm absolutely guaranteeing you 100% that it's this way. Oh, it's not this way. Okay, let's try this way.
The stair hops were bad this time.
I knew we were going the right way. This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, you know, push it over. Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate. There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, they do feel pain of a sort. It's all simulated, you know, but really not for them, I suppose. I'm afraid the door's locked. What are you doing? We don't know what that about. Oh, door's open. Well done. Let's see what's it. Good news. I can use this equipment to shut down the neurotoxin system. Do you smell neurotoxin? Hold on, the neurotoxin levels are going down. Hold on, something's wrong. Neurotoxin levels up to 50%. No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake. I meant that did it. Neurotoxin at 0%. Yes. Hold on.
Warning. Neurotoxin pressure has reached dangerously unlethal levels.
So yeah, this is the part in my stream where I would start playing elevator music, because this is just a minute and a half of like sitting in a tube. So if you have any like questions or anything, feel free to ask them now.
They should take us right to her. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. Woo! I knew this would be fun. They told me it wasn't fun at all, so they said it's not fun at all. And I believed them. I don't have to fool to myself. Oh, I'm loving this. Way ahead of time.
I actually have a question. Could you explain how
This
to do
place
bunny
is
hopping?
huge.
I could never
I'm only
understand
seeing the
it.
top
So,
layer. It goes
bunny
down for
hopping,
miles.
functionally,
All sealed off years ago, of course. We should be getting close.
I'm honestly
Oh,
not
I
sure
can't
how
wait
it
to see the
works.
look on her
Like
face.
I don't know how I
neurotoxin,
do it, but I know how it
turrets. She'll
works.
never know what hit her.
You move your
Hold on,
mouth like
hold on,
it's
'cause
you
I might not
can
have
move
this next
forward at a speed of 175 units or whatever.
I'm going the wrong way.
And when you
Get
turn,
there!
you
I'll
go
find
like
you!
slightly faster, like 200 or something. And if you jump while you're turning, like while you're doing your back and forth turning, you can accumulate speed. Because if you jump immediately, you can just keep the speed that you had. So turning just makes that speed go up, and it's functionally the whole meta of this game. Everything else is a piece of cake once you figure out bunny hopping, because if you learn how to bunny hop well, that immediately saves like 20 minutes off your runtime.
For when you got through this easy one.
Dang, that's insane.
If I'd
Is that the
known you
same
let
for
yourself
other,
get
like,
captured
source
this
engine
easily,
runs?
I would have just dangled a
What's that?
turkey leg on a
Oh,
rope
sorry,
from
that's
the
insane.
ceiling.
Is it the same for other Source Engine games like Portal 1?
Well,
Portal
it was
1,
nice catching
you
up.
could
Let's
forwards
get to
bunny
business.
hop. I don't.
I hope you brought
It's not the
something
most
stronger than a
efficient
portal
method
gun this
nowadays.
time. Otherwise,
I liked
I'm
your joke
afraid you'll
earlier
have to
about
become the
accelerated
immediate
back
past
hopping,
president of the Being Alive Club.
which is like that's the meta in
Seriously,
Portal
though.
1,
Goodbye.
because you can go through any test chamber in like 5 seconds as long as you know what you're doing.
Dang, that is crazy. Good luck with the run, man.
Oh, you were busy back there. Well, I suppose we could just sit in this
If you would
room
like to
and
answer
glare
more
at each
questions,
other until
Chad has a
somebody
question.
drops dead.
Does Chad have a question?
But I have a
Sort of.
better idea. It's your
Swam
old
O
friend,
says, okay,
Lenny
Stimmer, I just had a
Neurotoxin.
frustrating week.
If I were you, I'd take a deep breath.
I guess it's sort of question, but I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Feel free to cheer him up.
Hello.
Hey.
I hate you so much.
Warning. Central core is 80% corrupt.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt. In fact, I feel pretty good.
Alternate core detected.
Oh, that's me they're talking about.
To initiate a core transfer, please deposit substitute core in receptacle.
Forge.
So yeah, a lot of waiting sections coming up. Like I'm gonna try and do elevator skip, although I do it like 75% of the time.
No.
Oh,
So it looks cool if I do it, and if I don't do it, it just looks like the standard gameplay.
Transfer procedure.
Elevator skip, you get on. I'll explain it when I do
Unless a
it.
stalemate associate is present to press the stalemate resolution button.
Pull me out. Leave me in. Leave me in. Go press it.
Not so fast. Think about this.
Stalemate resolved.
So coming up is elevator skip, which
what if this
saves
hurts?
about
What
2.5
if this
minutes
really
in
hurts?
the overall span of the
I
game.
didn't think of that.
Oh, it will. Believe
Which
me,
is
it
a
will.
lot.
Are you just saying that, or is it really going to hurt? You're
So
just saying
this
that,
elevator is
okay,
going to come out of this
just make
tube,
a note, it's gonna hurt
and
you.
normally you're not supposed to get on top of this elevator, and they have like preventative measures to make sure you can't. But there's a little bar that rises up like through the back here. You can jump on it, get on top of the elevator, and then there's one spot in the back corner of the elevator where there's the vocal trigger for everything else to happen. So then later you can just jump off the elevator and into the elevator shaft where you're not supposed to be. So they don't actually have any clipping
Not
there.
too bad, eh? Giant robot, massive. It's not just me, right? I am bloody massive, aren't I? Oh, right, get the escape lift. I'll call it now. There we go. Lift cool. Look, house. Let me tell you, I knew it was going to be cool.
Got
in
it.
charge of everything. But wow, this is cool. Check this out. I'm a bloody genius, man.
Estás usando este software de traducción de forma incorrecta. Por favor, consulte el manual.
I don't even know what I just said, but I can find out. Oh, sorry, no, the lift. Yes, sorry, I keep forgetting. This body's amazing, seriously. I can't get over how small you are, but I'm huge. Actually,
And off we go.
why do we have to leave right?
So this is officially the start of what I like to call endgame, because it's the halfway point of the game. Wheatley has now taken over and banished me to the bottom of this giant pit, which we have to spend a minute falling down in. And she's a potato.
Oh, good. My slow clap processor made it into this thing. So we have that. Since it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, well, we are going somewhere. Alarmingly fast, actually. But since we're not busy other than that, here's a couple of facts. He's not just a regular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds of a generation, working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived. And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, that's still working. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually bottomless, do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove me into it?
I don't think I could. I think they're attached to my legs. The question that I and others have always wondered is, how does she survive that fall? Because there are like 17 wooden planks there, and she's a potato. Full of starch. That too. This is one of the worst loading screens because before it loads, there aren't any like server boxes or whatever you want to call them on the side, and when you do load, there are, and sometimes I will get stuck in them, which means you have to like either no clip out or do saves or something. I don't know. So here we're gonna just skip the entirety of the level. There's this little corner over here that I can't seem to get a portal onto. I'm just gonna... There we go. So, we've just skipped Cave Johnson without actually meeting Cave Johnson. There is a slightly faster strat that involves jumping over this pit of goo and then shooting your portal onto the edge here and doing some other stuff. But I don't do that because I am not into dying during runs. What's up? You don't make lemonade, you get mad and demand to see less manager. We'll get to that quote later, but, nah. No, that's, later.
Science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Amateur, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding. Let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told. The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about. For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos that are going to travel into your bloodstream and pump experimental genes and RNA molecules and so forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Ah, well. Seriously? Really? That's what's happening? I cannot grab that cube. Usually there's a strat you can use where you can just jump off the side there, but apparently that doesn't work right now. So we have to do it the slow way.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. We haven't entirely nailed down what element it is yet, but I'll tell you this, it's a lively one, and it does not like the human skeleton. All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean Counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive. Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction. Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 5... I'm telling them, keep your pants on. All right, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business. If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped...
Got you another achievement, Brolix. So all I'm doing right now is changing the portal funneling variable right now. It's covered by console commands, etc. It's so that I can do this skip all nice and good, assuming it actually works this time. It did, look at it go. I normally you wouldn't, but I don't have binds right now. Normally you could bind like a key on your numpad or something to actually do that command for you. But I didn't remember to do that before I started my run, and quite frankly, I don't care that much. So, you know.
Congratulations! The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As founder and CEO of Amateur Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and ready, so as long as you keep yourself in top physical form, there'll always be a limo waiting for you. Say goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
She is a gem.
So what I'm about to do is what I like to call potato skip, because you skip getting potatoes entirely. And we did it. So we now just get to go to Chapter 7 without doing the 45 seconds of actually getting the potato onto our gun.
The testing area is just up ahead. The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your $60.
Hold on.
Carolyn, are the compensation vouchers ready?
Yes,
Sir, Mr. Johnson. Boy, did I just... Who is that? What the hell is going on here?
Here's another fun little skip. There's a portable surface you can get if you try hard enough, and if you shoot your portal correctly. Which allows you to just finish the level without doing the 30 seconds of other level.
Great job, astronaut, war hero, and/or Olympian. With your help, we're gonna... This on? Hey, listen up down there. That thing's called an elevator, not a bathroom.
I swear I know him.
I got the worst elevator load, because I went in like a frame too early. What you going to do?
If you're interested in an additional $60, flag down a test associate and let them know. You could walk out of here with 120 weighing down your bindle if you let us take you apart, put some science stuff in you, and then put you back together. Good as new.
Fix that. I gotta do it again. This should work. There we go. So yeah, that just skipped the entirety of that level.
bonus opportunity I mentioned earlier. Again, all you gotta do is let us disassemble you. We're not banging rocks together here. We know how to put a man
I don't
back
think
together.
I mentioned
These
these endgame portions include a lot of skips. In Chapter 8, I'll get like about 15 minutes. I'll get into about like crouch flying because that's a big part of Chapter 8. And it's also a really big reason why we are able to have very fast Portal 2 runs.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm thanking these people. For staggering your way through Aperture Science's propulsion gel testing, you've made some real contributions to society for a change, and for that, humanity is grateful. If you had any belongings, please pick them up now. We don't want to lose neighbors and sticks cluttering up the building. For many of you, I realize $60 is an unprecedented windfall, so don't go spending it all on, I don't know, Carolyn, what do these people buy?
Sometimes I can't get the skip off, like, okay, I'm gonna put that down there. There we go. There we go. So yeah, again, that skips the entirety of, like, half the level. Thing is, there isn't actually a loading elevator, this is just a traveling elevator.
The quality of our test subjects
While we have Cave Johnson talking all the time.
Has not. As a result, you may have heard we're going to phase out human testing. There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million. But anyway, ground them up, mix them into a gel. Guess what? Ground up moon rocks are pure poison. I am deathly ill. Still, it turns out they're a great portal conductor. So now, we're going to see if jumping in and out of these new portals can somehow leach the lunar poison out of a man's bloodstream. I might give you lemons, make lemonade. Let's all stay positive. Do some science.
We'll get to it.
I would really appreciate it if you could test as fast as possible. Carolyn, please bring me more pain pills.
I tried to make up my own strat for this once. Like, I tried to find a new one for about an hour, and then I was reminded of why I am not allowed to find strats. Because it involved painting the entirety of the floor. Like, the entirety of that area down there. Can I get a portal there? I can get a portal there. And then doing some crazy reportaling that does nothing to actually help anyway. So here's that quote you were looking for.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager! Make
Life
rule
the
the
day
day
it thought could give Cave Johnson lemons.
Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemon. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Fighting people. He said what we're all thinking.
Point it if we could sort music.
So yeah, that's what you do. Otherwise, you can make lemonade, but won't help much if you aren't given any sugar.
I know things look bleak, but that crazy man down there was right. Let's not take these lemons. We are going to march right back upstairs and make him put me back in my body. And he'll probably kill us because he's incredibly powerful and I have no plan. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1, and that's with some generous rounding. Still, though, let's get mad. If we're going to explode, let's at least explode with some dignity.
You can also alternatively explode with dignity. Know your paradoxes in the event of your game.
No AI can resist thinking about them. I know how we can beat him.
So this is a skip that everyone likes to call tube bounce. I've never actually successfully gotten it because I haven't tried to do it in a run. I've done it in practice. What it is, there's actually some gel in that tube that you can bounce off of. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and do that. And there we go. First try. Which skips that entire elevator, the slowest elevator in the game. It's roughly akin to the slowest elevator in the game in vast other Valve games, because they're really into having one very slow elevator.
Still, it's a better plan than exploding. Marginally.
So, now we're into chapter 8, and so there's like this minute waiting period, so I'll just explain crouch flying while we're in there. So that'll be in like 30 seconds. Just like don't get your hype up quite yet.
For God's sake,
Hype?
your boxes with legs. It's literally your only purpose. Walking onto buttons. How can you not do the one warmer, boiling hot, okay, colder, ice cold. You're Arctic now. You're very cold, very, very, very cold. Look, just get on the button. Oh, that's funny, is it? Oh, it's funny because we've been at this for 12 hours and you haven't solved it either. So I don't know why you're laughing. You've got 1 hour. Solve it.
Solve this puzzle for him. When he comes back, I'll...
Yes.
So, crouch flying. That'll come up later. There are these things called funnels, and you can get in them, and for whatever bizarre reason, you can crouch inside of them when you hit 0 speed, and then you can just fly everywhere while you're holding crouch, which makes for some game-breaking physics.
Look, this place is going to blow up if I don't get back in my body.
False. I'll go false.
Explosion imminent. Evacuate the
Hold
facility
on. I thought
immediately.
I'd fix that.
Warning. Reactor core is at critical point.
There, fixed. Hey, it is great seeing you guys again. Seriously, it turns out I'm a little bit short on test subjects right now, so this works out perfect. And off we go. You have no idea what it's like in this body. I have to test all the time, or I get this itch. You know, it must be hardwired into the system or something. Oh, but I tell you, when I do test, oh man alive, nothing feels better. It's just, that's why I've got to test. That's why I've got to test. So you're gonna test, and I'm gonna watch, and everything is gonna be just.
Warning. Core overheating. Nuclear meltdown.
Shut up! Designed this test myself. Oh yes. Oh, that felt really good. Oh, here's an idea. Since making tests is so difficult, why don't you just keep solving this test? Same one, and I can just watch you solve it. Yeah, that sounds much easier. Here we go. And nothing. All right, can't blame me for trying. Okay, new tests. Got to be some tests around here somewhere. Oh, here we go.
Alright, so my paradox idea didn't work. And it almost killed me. Luckily, by the looks of things, he knows as much about test building as he does about logical contradictions. It shouldn't be hard to stay alive long enough to find him.
It's all right. Everything's good. I just invented some more tests.
This is one of my tests.
Not entirely. Not entirely. Look at the word test there on the wall. That's brand new.
So the bad news is the tests are my tests now, so they can kill us. The good news is, well, none so far, to be honest. I'll get back to you on that. I'd love to help
Yeah, made this test myself out of smaller tests that I found lying around. Alright, okay, this is taking too long, okay? I'll just tell you how to solve the test, okay? See that button over there, alright? You just need to...
And that's why I can't help you solve the tests.
Never mind. Never mind, solve it yourself. You're on your own. Oh, yes. Well done.
Thanks. All we had to do was pull that lever.
What? Well, no, you pressed the...
I know we're in a lot of trouble and probably about to die, but that was worth it. I got us some good news. He's going to run out of test chambers eventually. I never stockpiled them.
I'm coming! Don't start yet! You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed-off wing. Hundreds of perfectly good test chambers just sitting there, filled with skeletons, shook them out, good as new.
Skeletons. Right, I guess I did stockpile some tests. Just as mementos, though.
And there we go. Be honest, you can't even tell, can you? Seamless.
I have a feeling I didn't do that right. Yeah, I didn't do that right. Ah, well.
I got us some good news.
Really? Really?
He's going to run out of test chambers
Okay.
eventually. I never stockpiled them.
I'm coming! Don't start yet! You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed-off wing. Hundreds of perfectly good test chambers just sitting there, filled with skeletons, shook them out, good as new.
Skeletons. Right, I guess I did stockpile some tests. Just as mementos, though.
And there we go. Be honest, you can't even tell, can you? Seamless.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, here we go. Oh, just...
Oh no, it's happening sooner than I expected. I'm sure we'll be fine.
So I have to manually remind myself usually that I can't jump out of the elevator this time because I'm currently in the middle of a standing crouch jump. I was in the source funnel, like the original thing. So if I jump,
Alright,
the
so
crouch
that
fly
last test
is
was seriously
still active
disappointing.
through
Apparently,
levels.
being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way, alright? Fatty. Adopted Fatty. It's not enough! If I'm such a moron, why can't you solve a
Sometimes I can do that faster, but I didn't hit the panel that I wanted to. So, it's whatever. But yeah, now it's not active anymore, and I can go make another crouch fly in future levels.
Now he's playing classical music.
Oh, sorry. I hope that didn't disturb you too much then. It was the sound of books, pages being turned. So that's just what I was doing, just reading books. So not a moron. Anyway, just finished the last one, just now, the hardest one, Machiavelli. Do not know what all the fuss was about. Understood it perfectly. Have you read that one? Yeah, doubt it. Oh, what was that? That was nothing!
The body he's squatting in, my body, has a built-in euphoric response to testing. Eventually you build up a resistance to it. It can get a little unbearable, unless you have the mental capacity to push past it. It didn't matter to me. I was in it for the science. Him, though. If he's not getting his solution euphoria, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Don't mind me, just moving the old test chamber a little bit closer to me. Had a thought, maybe proximity to the test solving might give us stronger results. What was that? Oh, sorry, I could have sworn you said something.
He's taking us right to him. This is perfect.
Are you absolutely sure you're solving these correctly? I mean, yes, you solved it, but I'm wondering if maybe there's a number of ways to solve them, and you're picking all the worst ways. No, that was the solution. Ah, what am I missing?
I think he's getting desperate. This is not good.
Have a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these, and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science. Oh, on a related note, I am going to need you to solve these 10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a wave, would you, before you solve this one, alright? I don't want to spoil the ending for when I watch it later.
Remember when I told you that he was specifically designed to make bad decisions? Because I think he's decided not to maintain any of the crucial functions required to keep this facility from exploding. My facility. This place is self-destructing, you idiot.
Was self-destructing, already fixed. Programmed in one last tremor for all time's sake. One or two more tremors in there, just for fun.
Warning. Core overheating.
I let him keep his job, I'm not a monster. Ignore what he's saying then, just keep on testing. Alright, still nothing, let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift, it's out of service, because it might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do, but very sciencey. And to the right, something huge, hurtling toward... Oh god, right, that's not supposed to be... Are you alright back there? Here, I'll turn the beam off. Wait, oh no, that's not helpful, that... I don't know why I thought that would help.
After seeing what he's done to my facility, after we take over again, is it alright if I kill him?
That's illegal, Glass. Can't do that.
Fuck, you're alive! Great. Yeah, just getting a test ready for you, obviously. Who else would I be doing it for? No one. So, let's see here. Exit. There is no exit. Not a problem, I'll make an exit for your test.
This is the level where, if you look closely, you can see his body over there, and you have to look at him, for him to leave.
There, bing. Good, perfect. On you go. I'll be honest, after you told me to turn that beam off, I thought I had lost you. When poking around for other test subjects, no luck there. Everyone's still dead. Oh, I did find something though, reminds me. I've got a big surprise for you two. Seriously, look forward to it.
Yeah, so this is one of those elevators where it has you wait until the elevator shaft to actually do anything, so we have to wait for another, 15 seconds. So here's the important crouch line. It is the setup for the Chapter 9 intro skip, and also all subsequent Chapter 9
Three
skips.
more chambers to your big surprise.
So I'm gonna see if I can pull it off.
Oh,
Yes. Good.
So, he's inexplicably happy all of a sudden, even though he should be going out of his mind with test withdrawal. And he's got a surprise for us. What did he find back there?
So, now what I'm planning to do is the Chapter 9 skip. I don't know why I call it the 6 o'clock skip. I think it was because I found it at, like, 6:15. But, like, I have no idea where my head came with that. It's not my skip. I don't, and I'm not sure who to credit it to.
We're running out of time. I think I can break us out of here in the next chamber.
Yeah, okay, that works, I guess. So I'm gonna do a crouch fly. I didn't get, like, the fast up, so, it'll be a little bit. But, this is a rather big section, which the first section you can get through by using that aerial faith plate on the floor there, which is overall, like, faster than doing this, but everything else you can basically skip, which makes this route about, you know, a minute and a half faster than average, because it involves, like, you know, wall strafing and making sure you don't, like, die. So yeah, the only reason this works is there's a trigger right here. Doesn't even care if you went through it or not.
Seriously, do come back, please. Come back, please. Okay, look, I've decided I'm not going to kill you, okay, if you come back.
Did I not go down? I didn't go down. Alright, we're gonna try that again. Stay in this rail.
Oh, I've got an idea.
Of course you do.
Yes, yes, in your face. I got armor. Fine, let the games begin.
It's like the slowest we've gone through that trigger.
Hold on. I'm almost there. Ah. Don't mind me. Continue escaping. Well, no matter, because I'm still holding all the cards. And guess what? They're all full houses. Never actually played cards, meaning to learn. Anyway, new turret, not defecting. Ace of fours. Best hand. Unbeatable, I would imagine. Is something break back there? Oh, did it kill you? That would be amazing if it killed you. Hello? Oh, yes, alright, no, just had a brainwave. I'll be back. If you're still alive, I'm gonna be back. Don't die until I get back.
Will do. So that's the hard part of the skip, because there are like 70,000 turrets that are trying to kill you. Normally that's most of the time skip, because normally that takes like 30 seconds because of the, you know, you have to yeet paint blobs at them.
Still spent a year in the incinerator. Year 2, cryogenic refrigeration wing. Then 10 years in the chamber I built where all the robots scream at you. Then I'll kill him.
Okay, I'll take that as a no then.
Yeah, I just went ahead of all of the noise triggers for this, so it's going to be rather uninteresting. But this is the final funnel before the boss fight. Yeah, it's, well, because normally there's supposed to be dialogue here. Like, There's supposed to be some expositional, I'm sad because I have a conscience sort of deal. Like Gladys turns into a better person through the power of friendship or something. I don't really. Aristotle versus Mashy Spike Plate. No, that one. That was the big skip that I did earlier.
Corrupted cores, we're in luck. You find a way to stun him, I'll send you a core, and then you attach it to him. If we do it a few times, he might become corrupt enough for another. Plug me in and I'll look. Even if you think we're still enemies, we're enemies with a common interest. Revenge. You like revenge.
So yeah, and just a question: Do you want me to count down time for the end too, or?
Well. Welcome.
Okay.
Let me just flag something up. According to the control panel light up there, the entire building is going to self-destruct in about 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's a problem with the light. I think the light's on the blink, but just in case it isn't, I am actually going to have to kill you, as discussed earlier. So let's call that 3 minutes and then a minute break, but we should leave allegedly 2 minutes to figure out how to shut down whatever is starting all the fires. So anyway, that's the itinerary. Also, I took the liberty of watching the tapes of you killing her, and I'm not going to make the same mistakes. 4-part plan is this. 1, no portal services. 2, start the neurotoxin immediately. 3, bomb-proof shields for me, leading directly onto number 4, boom, for throwing it. You know what? This plan is so good, I'm going to give you a sporting chance and turn off the neurotoxin. I'm joking, of course. Goodbye.
Neurotoxin level at capacity in 5 minutes.
Ha! That's sounded real. No, that was actually an impression of you. Actually, because you just fell into my trap, my brilliant trap. Just then, I wanted you to trick me. Ah!
Warning. Core corruption at 50%. Vent system compromised. Neurotoxin offline. Reactor explosion in 4 minutes.
What happened? What happened? What have you palmed to me? What is that? Hold on. The bloody bombs are...
Okay, great. Here comes another core.
Quick, what's the situation? Oh, hey, you pretty lady.
Warning. Core corruption at 75%. Reactor explosion timer destroyed. Reactor explosion uncertainty emergency preemption protocol initiated. This facility will self-destruct in 2 minutes.
Enough! I told you not to put these cores on me, but you don't listen, do you? Quiet. Ah!
Here's another core. This one should do it.
It's everyone's favorite friend, the Fact Core.
In 1948, at the request of a dive corps, baseball legend Babe Ruth ate 75 hot dogs, then died of hot dog poisoning. Halley's Comet can be viewed orbiting Earth every 76 years, with the other 75 people.
Warning. Core corruption at 100%. Manual core replacement required.
Ah! I see.
Substitute core. Are you ready to start? Corrupted core. Are you ready to start?
What do you think?
Interpreting vague answer as yes.
No. You pick up on my sarcasm.
Stalemate detected. Fire detected in the stalemate resolution annex. Extinguishing.
That just cleans right off, does it? Well, that would have been good to know a little earlier.
Stalemate resolution associate. Please press the stalemate resolution button.
Go press the button. Go press it.
Do not press that button.
We're so close. Go press the button.
No! Do part 5! Booby trap the stalemate button! What?
Right, here it comes.
Are you still alive? You are joking! You have got to be kidding me! Well, I'm still in control, and I have no idea how to fix this place. Oh!
Time. Thanks, Speedfest. It's been real.
Space!
How's that donation goal coming?
space!
Space.
Ah, let go! Let go! I'm still connected! I can pull myself in! I can still fix this!
I already fixed it, and you are not coming back.
Oh no! Change your plans! Hold on to me! Tighter! Ah! Grab me! Grab me! Grab me! Grab me!
Oh, thank God, you're all right. You know, being Carolyn taught me a valuable lesson. I thought you were my greatest enemy, when all along you were my best friend. The surge of emotion that shot through me when I saved your life taught me an even more valuable lesson. Where Carolyn lives in my brain.
Carolyn, delete.
Goodbye, Carolyn. You know, deleting Carolyn just now taught me a valuable lesson. The best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. And I'll be honest, killing you is hard. You know what my days used to be like? I just tested.
That
Nobody
donation goal was
murdered
met.
me, or put me in a potato, or fed me to birds. I had a pretty
Well, the good news is it's now singing time.
And then you showed up. You dangerous, mute lunatic. So you know what? You win. Just go.
I'm gonna have to use my falsetto
It's
for this
been
one.
fun. Don't come back.
Here we go. I can't go that high. Jesus. Woo! Rough. Woo! The fact that I only spoke during this speedrun, like I woke up and then I came here, might be helping with this, but otherwise I just can't go that high. And then there's the other song at the end, which I'll be better at. You can sing along if you want to for the last one, because I'm sure you know it. Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Oh, how we laughed and laughed. Except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want your freedom taken. That's what I'm counting on. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. She was a lot like you, maybe not quite as heavy. Now little Carolyn is in here too. One day they woke me up so I could live forever. It's such a shame the same will never happen to you. You got your short, sad life left. That's what I'm counting on. I'll let you get right to it now. I only want you gone. Goodbye, my only friend. Oh, did you think I meant you? That would be funny if it weren't so sad. Now you have been replaced. I don't need anyone now. When I delete you, maybe I'll stop feeling so bad. Go make some new disaster. That's what I'm counting on. You're someone else's problem. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone.
So much space. Need to see it all.
Yeah.
I wish I could take it all back. I
All
honestly do.
right, that
I
was
honestly do
Portal
wish I could take it all
2.
back.
Thank you very
And not
much,
just 'cause
Mind
I'm
for the
stranded in
Record, for
space.
doing that run. Up
I know
next,
you
we
are, mate.
have Jazz Punk
Yeah.
by Tal
We're both in
Caraze.
space.
So
Anyway.
we will be setting up for that right now.
If I was ever to see her
Thanks for
again, do you know what I'd
tuning in.
say?
Please stand by.